Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to show you how to hold a tattoo machine the right way and break down some basic tattooing motor skills. You'll learn how they affect your workflow, which will help you level up your skills fast and pick up some new technical tricks. So, get comfortable and watch till the end. This info isn't just for beginners. I'm Alex Kutcher. Let's go. Alright, to really understand how our motor skills work, let's break them down first. There are 4 key aspects: shoulder movement, elbow movement, wrist movement, and finger movement. Each of these plays a role in the results and style you achieve in tattooing. Now, if we look at shoulder movement in academic drawing, it's used for long, smooth strokes, helping you create extended, clean lines without shakiness. But in tattooing, big sweeping motions like that aren't really necessary, unless you're experimenting with some unusual techniques. For the most part, tattooing movements happen on a smaller scale, relying more on the elbow, wrist, and fingers. A common mistake beginners make is holding the tattoo machine the same way they'd hold a marker or pencil. That means most of their movements come from the fingers, while the rest of the hand stays still. This can work for tiny details, like when you're doing fine line work or dot work, but for most techniques, you'll need to involve your wrist and elbow to get smoother, more controlled lines. Wrist movements work like this. Your fingers and elbows stay still, and you move only your wrist. This type of movement is mostly used for packing color and whip shading. Elbow movements are a bit different. They're mainly used for lining and longer strokes. You move your arm evenly across the skin while maintaining a consistent speed and needle angle. And why does this matter? Because elbow movement is much more stable for longer lines, keeping them smooth and precise. One important thing to keep in mind is your anchor points. You need to position your hand properly, and ideally, you should have more than one anchor point. Most commonly, that'll be your elbow, wrist, and fingers. But depending on the placement of the tattoo and your client's position, you might rely on just your fingers and elbow, or sometimes only your fingers. From my experience, your elbows should never just be floating in the air while you work. That's why I recommend using larger work surfaces. They give you enough space to tattoo comfortably while also providing a stable resting point for your elbow. One thing I can tell you for sure: the more anchor points you have, the better your results will be, especially when you're just starting out. Over time, you'll develop your own technique and figure out the best arm position that keeps both you and your client happy, without feeling like your arm is about to fall off by the end of the day. Besides all that, your other hand should always be helping you during the process. Most of the time, you'll use it to stretch the client's skin, but you can also use your left hand for extra stability, like you see on the screen right now. This little trick is especially useful when you're pulling a long, clean line, but your hand starts sticking to the skin, causing those annoying little skips. By supporting your working hand with your free hand, you take some of the tension off, making your lines smoother and more stable. But keep in mind, this only works well if you're holding your machine the way showing in the video. If you grip it differently, this technique might feel awkward. Either way, I'd recommend finding a comfortable way to use your left hand to support your right. It'll make a big difference in your control. When working on small lines, I prefer short finger and wrist movements. For longer lines, I rely on elbow movement, as I mentioned earlier. This way, I don't have to keep adjusting the machine's tilt against the skin, keeping a consistent needle angle. Now, when it comes to dot work, it's actually a pretty simple technique. It mostly requires finger movements, either circular or back and forth like you see on the screen. But the key here is using the right voltage. You need to find the sweet voltage so you're left with clean dots instead of messy streaks. For those of you who want to learn tattooing but don't know where to start, our online tattoo school is now open for enrollment. Our experienced artists will teach you everything you need to know. You'll get access to exclusive knowledge that you won't find on YouTube, saving you years of trial and error so you can start working and making good money much faster. To sign up, just fill out a short application. The link is in the video description or pinned comment. Either I or one of my team members will get in touch with you and answer any questions. Also, I want to remind you that all of our graduates get lifetime support in our private chats and priority ranking in our partner app, Tattoo Stars, the largest global community for tattoo artists. Your profile will be boosted in search rankings, and you'll get access to premium features for free, helping you save money on marketing and promotion. And here's a special gift for all my viewers. Use the promo code on the screen to boost your profile to the top of search results for 30 days and enter online tattoo battles for free where you can compete for the title of Best Tattoo Artist. I'll leave all the details in the video description. Now, let's talk about the movement techniques for working with a magnum. Whether it's a round magnum or a straight flat, elbow movement is rarely used. Most of the work is done with wrist and finger movements. When packing solid color, it usually works like this. Circular movements come from your fingers. Back and forth movements come from your wrist. To wrap things up, I just want to emphasize again that hand positioning and motor skills are crucial in tattooing. They directly affect the quality of your work. So, make sure to invest in comfortable furniture. Keep your elbows supported, not hanging in the air. Find the most stable and comfortable hand position for your workflow. I wish you all the best in your tattoo journey. Keep pushing forward and you'll get there. I believe in you. See you in the next one.